Hello everyone. With player-owned ports having come out yesterday, I've had a lot of people asking me questions on what the best strategies are and just what to do in general. So I'm going to give a little quick overview. It's not going to be terribly helpful if you paid a lot of attention during the tutorial, but hopefully it should help. So the first thing that you need to do is go to your voyage list, and you can do that by clicking the top left button on the middle of the screen there, which goes to voyages, and then you select the voyage. And what you want to look at here is the adversity bar. And as you can see, this one only requires seafaring. Some of them will require morale, and some will require combat as well, and some will require a mix of them. And so you want to choose things that you can do based on what your crew is like. So the next step after choosing the voyage that you want is to go to your shipyard, and you can select your crew by going on the top little button there and dragging crew members in. And so since this voyage only requires seafaring, I want to put as many seafaring type people in there, and you can just hover over the people to see what stats they have. And blue ones are generally seafaring, red or combat, green or morale, and then the brown ones are sort of miscellaneous things. So as you can see, I'm putting my seafaring guys up there because this journey only requires seafaring, and the point is to get your percent chance of success to as high as possible. And so crew members are one part of it, and then the other part is changing the items that you have equipped on your ship. And you have to buy these to unlock them, but when you unlock them, you can use them on any ships that you have, which is really, really great. So I just put one of the deck items on the seafaring thing, and then I'm doing it for the other one as well. So that'll give me a whole lot of seafaring, and as you can see, I'm up to 88% chance of success there. And so that's quite good. And yeah, so the point is, at the moment, since you can only do 12 journeys, well, 12 normal journeys a day, and then a couple of the special ones, you want to try and get them as high percent as possible, even if you have to wait a while and you can only do one trip at once, because you have enough time in a day to do 12 trips without doing any multiple voyages at once. That way you can get the highest percent of winning each one. And so yeah, that's the best strategy at the moment. Just try and get the highest percent possible, even if you're not doing multiple trips at once. Also, if you can, there are different crew members that have different abilities. For example, the Arty Merchant gives 10% more resources when you bring him along on a trip. So if you've got a really high percent, then you want to bring him along, as long as he doesn't lower your percentages of winning. So also another thing here in the northwest of the area is the Black Market Trader, and you can go and once a day on the day reset in GMT time, you can go and buy some supplies from him for real RS coins, which is really helpful, especially at the start. So yeah, make sure you do that. And yeah, so in terms of hiring crew members, you want to just hire the good ones, really. You don't really want to be going with stowaways and the drunk people, because they're not all that good. It's better to go with like Brimhaven Pirates and Catherby Fishermen, other ones that you can actually level up and they'll be significantly better. But at the start it doesn't really matter too much, as long as you can get a decent percent of winning. And it also is helpful that the drunk people and the stowaways are free to hire. And then yeah, on the screen here I'm just showing the map, which isn't very useful at all, because you don't actually choose which places you go to or anything. Just the more missions you complete, the further on you get towards getting to the next stage. And the higher stages have different types of item rewards. Right now, I've gotten up to Zone 2, which allows me to get gunpowder, and there are, I think, 7 resources in total, higher ones on higher areas. And then so just here I'm showing the captain's log, which just shows some random statistics about the ports. So just as a summary, right now, since the voyages are short, you want to make sure you have the highest percent chance of success on each one, ideally 100%, and also try and bring on the Arty Merchant and the, well, if you unlock it, the Cyclops as well, because those will both increase the rewards every time you finish a trip. So you want to try and bring those along each time. And once the voyages get longer, maybe when they're like 4 hours a piece or something, it'll be more of a juggling act to make sure that every one of the voyages can be done at the highest percent possible. But at the moment, just do one voyage at a time, and we'll work on new strategies once we get to the point that voyages are long enough. And yeah, so that's really it. So hopefully that's helpful to some people. I know that player imports can be a bit confusing, but hopefully that clears up some things. So thanks for watching, and please give it a like if you enjoyed it. I'll try and answer some questions in the description as well if people have some. And yeah, thanks for watching.